UWSP's radio station 90 FM once again played host to the world's largest trivia contest. UWSP News team Gabriella Grant has the story.
There are many concerns surfacing on University of Wisconsin campuses this semester regarding Governor Walker's proposed biennial budget as the implications affect a wide audience.
The Finance Committee will be voting on these two proposals over the next 2 months, and if passed, they will go on to the state and the Assembly.
UW-Stevens Point Student and Women's Resource Center Promotion Coordinator Lauren DeLaunay believes removing the requirement will be a step backwards in the goal to end sexual assault.
Downtown Stevens Point, known for its eclectic mix of shops, attractions, and dining, can now add a locally sourced winery to the lineup. UWSP alumni Don and Kelly Guay have been crafting wine out of their home for years.
Well, a lot of us have been feeling very emotional about budget cuts, but no one's really been doing anything, and I think it really bothered me that we were all talk and no action.
But first, we begin our broadcast with a debate over a reconstruction proposal from the Stevens Point Department of Public Works. Development plans have begun on new construction project along Business 51 in Stevens Point. Reporter Jason Ryan has more.
All of the Guay's wine will come from right here in the heart of Stevens Point, with the production happening on the first floor of this building and the tasting on the second.
The new requirement, along with the biennial budget, will only take effect if they are voted into law by the Wisconsin legislature by July 1st. Reporting for UWSP News Team, I'm Jana Schleiss.
Students made signs, developed chants, and shared their opinions.
Today, here enough with a whole bunch of people, probably 190. We're here about the budget cuts that Scott Walker has put onto our whole UW system, but also to Stevens Point.
The hottest racing this past weekend could be found in Buda, Texas. That's where the Buda Lions Club hosted its annual Wiener Dog races. For 2 days, dogs raced to the delight of the crowd.
People are going to come here, like our winery, and then like the downtown and come back.
For UWSP News Team, I'm Michaela Hilgart.
Stay tuned for more trivia info when we interview station manager Dylan Shanahan after the break.
Downtown Stevens Point, known for its eclectic mix of shops, attractions, and dining, can now add a locally sourced winery to the lineup. UWSP alumni Don and Kelly Guay have been crafting wine out of their home for years. The couple is renovating the old Stevens Point Bakery on the square, where they plan to share their passion for winemaking with the Stevens Point community and its visitors.
The city as a whole has been extremely supportive of our endeavor.
I think this fits in perfectly. I think we're a great fit to downtown. So I think we're just adding to all the wonderful work that's been done here to date.
The average winery in the state of Wisconsin brings in about 6,000 people to the area per year. The Guay's endeavor, Sunset Winery, aims to attract those numbers to Stevens Point by offering wines of a great variety.
We will be making a wide arrangement of wines that range from sweet to dry, and we're going to locally source things for our fruit wine.
All of the Guay's wine will come from right here in the heart of Stevens Point, with the production happening on the first floor of this building and the tasting on the second.
This room was destined to be a tasting room. It's a beautiful room. It overlooks the river and the park.
And that's where we have the movie in the night, and we've got jazz nights and different things that go on there. So I'm thinking that's kind of a neat way to be a part of the community. We'd like to be able to make little takeaway picnic baskets where there's 2 glasses and a bottle of wine and potentially a blanket, and people can just take it over with them.
Don and Kelly hope to maximize their output to 60,000 bottles a year by 2020.
For me, success will be when we open the doors and people come and then they continue to come back.
People are going to come here, like our winery, and then like the downtown and come back.
Can't find a place to park? Recent concerns about next year's parking policies have students worried. We take to the streets to learn more. Catch the golden snitch. Non-traditional sports are on the rise on campus. Do sports that use alternative equipment such as a broom have a chance to succeed? The proposed UW system budget cuts have moved many to act and speak out. Now an update on how students and faculty are reacting to the newly proposed UW system authority. UWSP News Team's Laura Braun has the details on this developing story. But first, we begin our broadcast with a debate over a reconstruction proposal from the Stevens Point Department of Public Works. Development plans have begun on new construction project along Business 51 in Stevens Point. Reporter Jason Ryan has more. Saturday's earthquake has left nearly 4,000 people dead. It is the worst earthquake to hit Nepal in more than 80 years. CNN's Steve Naines has the latest on the frantic search for survivors. And I'm Jana Schleiss. Tune in next time for more information on issues affecting you and your community.